This is the Transformers Retro Carded Autobot Minibot Seaspray. Now, this figure is a Walmart exclusive, but out here in Asia, we don't have any Walmarts. So I picked this one up at Hobby Corner. Looking pretty interesting. Lots of nostalgia with this figure. Let's get him out of packaging. And here is Seaspray out of the box. And boy, talk about G1 nostalgia. Man, this figure takes me back. He is so G1 accurate, cartoon accurate, or toy accurate for that matter. It takes me back to a lot of the memories I had watching Transformers cartoons Saturday mornings or after school. Look at this guy. If this is not G1, I don't know what is. A lot of the aesthetics are taken from the toy, and they've really incorporated about a lot of the cartoon aspects. The head sculpt is obviously toy accurate, but the colors, man, it can pass for a toy and cartoon accurate version of Seaspray. Now, he is not without flaws. He's a very, very good figure, but I have one crucial fundamental gripe and issue with this figure, which I'll talk about later in the video. But suffice to say, man, if you love this character, watching the cartoon back in the 80s, you are going to love this figure. Let's take a closer look at the details of this new retro carded Generations Seaspray. So from his propellers or fins to his toes, he stands at about 13.5 centimeters tall, or about 5 1/3 inches tall. For some comparisons, here he is with the only remaining mini-bots that I have in my collection. We have the Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. We've got the Studio Series 86 Cliff Jumper, Studio Series 86 Brawn, Legacy Deluxe class Gears, and Legacy Velocitron or Legacy United Cosmos. And he fits perfectly with these guys. I do apologize, I no longer have Warpath and Huffer. I made a mistake of letting those two go. Didn't think I was gonna need them, but instead of tracking them down because they are going for ridiculous amounts of money online in the secondary market and tertiary market, I'll probably just wait for the retro carded version, Walmart exclusive version of Huffer and Warpath. I think that'd be cheaper. So let's talk about the figure. Very toy accurate, particularly the head sculpt. You get all the aesthetics of him in toy form, but the toy was so weird. The articulation, the aesthetic that they've added really gives that cartoon feel to him. Even the legs, the feet, even the arms, man. His blaster, G1 style blaster, pretty cool. You can store it here. This is also where you store it in alt mode. So we'll take that off. As far as articulation goes, the neck is on a ball joint. He's got a waist swivel. Hinges for the shoulders go in and out, forward, backward 360. Bicep swivel, or elbow swivel, I should say. Hinge elbow. The wrists go up and down. Not entirely sure whether this is, I think it's mostly for transformation. But I do like the fact that it feels like it's part of his articulation. The hips are on hinges, allow you to do the splits, kick forward, backward, thigh swivel, hinge knees, ankle rockers, a little bit of forward up and down motion if you detach the foot, but that's about it. He's pretty solid in robot mode. Hardly any gaps. You can see some gaps here and there, but mostly a solid figure. Even the arms, look at that. Quickly, just the paint apps. The white paint apps, they don't have any issues with it. I mean, Transformers have always had immaculate, impeccable paint apps for their figures, unlike Marvel Legends. The paint apps on this one actually pretty good, despite having a lot of white paint. Most of the pieces are molded in yellow or blue, which is great. The head sculpt is painted in that mustardy gold finish with some black highlights here and there. I love that. Plastic quality, we have to talk about that. Nothing to complain about. Even the propellers, everything is so premium. I thought these would be soft. They kind of have a little bit of a give, but they're solid enough, premium enough. No complaints from me. Okay, let's go to my main contention for this figure, and it is the transformation. Now, I get it. They engineered it very nicely, very involved. On a masterpiece standpoint, wow, they really put a lot of effort into this, having a lot of panels compressing here and there. I mean, to get him to look like this, cartoon and sort of to extent toy accurate, is already a feat in itself. But I do feel that they fell into the trap of kind of over-engineering something that was supposed to be very simple, much like what they did with Cliff Jumper. But it's not really that big of a complaint because transformation is, you know, a good transformation. You can't really complain too much about it. It's just that the fun factor is sort of thrown out the window because of all the engineering details and all the compression that they put in it. To transform him into his Seacraft or hovercraft, you set the weapon off to the side. Go ahead and rotate that head. You want to rotate the forearms, unpeg this bit right here, and just fold it out. This is a little bit tricky. The upper torso, you're going to unpeg here, and then you want to detach this whole yellow bit and fold it upward like that. So to do so, detach it from the bottom, and then fold it out, and then fold it back up like this, and then just tab it onto where the chest or shoulders were. This panel right here is going to cover up that head. Go ahead and tab that. Now, this bit right here, he's got these hinges for his shoulders. Wait, sorry, my bad. I guess you got to fold them out first like this. I did not appreciate that. Then you can go ahead and tab this thing back. My bad. These things, I'm afraid, they're the first ones to break over time once the plastic gets brittle. And honestly, I'm not a big fan of these double hinges. Same with Megatron, the Studio Series A6 Megatron, with lots of these hinges going about. And I guess there was no other way to do it because the distance that the shoulder needs to be in alt mode, they can't achieve that with just a singular hinge. So it had to be a double hinge. Okay, on to the feet. Fold out these panels right here. Go ahead and fold up these panels. Now this was tricky. I almost missed this part. The instructions just subtly tell you to fold these inner flaps out. But don't forget to do that. That'll complete the bumper of the hovercraft. So go ahead and do that. Okay, you want to go ahead and just fold down the feet just like in G1. Okay, here's the tricky bit. You want to go ahead and, just combine them first. Now the tricky bit right here, the entire waist section is going to fold up and about underneath that chest. So yeah, you have to do that. Just wiggle the legs up and out of the way because there's these panels that really have no place to go. Ooh, I just chipped something. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and just line up things. These knees, they are going to tab here onto the chest, and these panels right here, they are going to close in. If you can just hinge them out right there. Man, it is so annoying. And then just go ahead and line things up. I'm going to go ahead and tab these panels right here. Go ahead and rotate this bit right here, the cockpit. To get to that point, absolutely horrible and annoying. Man, I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but just trying to follow the instructions. Now, the last part, just like in G1 transformation, you go ahead and fold the fists under and complete the that flotation bottom bumper part of the hovercraft, and just line up those shoulders. See why I hate this bit? You got to line it up. They don't ratchet. They don't notch anywhere. I know I'm complaining too much, but I'm doing so that you're prepared when you try and transform him. This is it. This is the hovercraft mode. And it's solid enough, but you look underneath, there's a lot of gaps, there's a lot of space, there's a lot of sort of incompleteness in that rear section. It's not as satisfying as I thought it would be because, Seaspray was a very, very simple mini-bot. You just fold things down, pop him up, arms down, head up, and that was it. Now, I don't mean that they translate that exactly to the Generations figure, but there's got to be a simpler way to have engineered this. Because what they did with, Gears, maybe Brawn to a certain extent, even Huffer was actually pretty nice and enjoyable. This one was not enjoyable at all, just being honest, okay? Okay, he doesn't have wheels though. That would have been a really nice touch. I would have forgiven that insane torture of transformation had they put some wheels here, here, and here. That would have made this alt mode a lot of fun, but instead they've been true to form. Hovercrafts don't have wheels, and I'm sure some designer at Hasbro is going to say, what are you talking about? We can't put wheels there. It's a hovercraft, right? It should float, so no wheels. Okay, whatever. Okay, so here we go with the weapon. Propellers, they spin, very nice. Like I said, a lot of engineering went to this. Can't complain too much. Okay, as far as comparison, Here he is with my Legacy Selects Hound. He actually comes out bigger in alt mode. Wow, look at that. Leave it at that. And so some final thoughts on this Retro Carded Generations Seaspray. I think we can all agree this is by far the best G1 styled Generation Seaspray figure we've gotten from Hasbro and Takara Tomy. It takes you back to the G1 days, cartoon-wise or toy-wise. This Seaspray represents that nostalgic mythology. I am loving it. We can agree to disagree. The engineering, I thought, was a little bit over-engineered, over-thought out, and I wish it could have been a lot simpler. Just a tad bit simpler. I don't mean like G1 styled simple transformation, but there's such a thing as over-engineering, and for me, personally, it wasn't a lot of fun to transform. There were a lot of steps that were really annoying. I think they could have improved it in terms of clearance and maybe simplification of certain steps. Having said all that, you can't really complain too much. It's borderline between mainline and masterpiece. Overall, I think they still did a phenomenal job with this figure. I'm just saying that it's not as fun as I thought it would be. With that note, I don't think I can give it a perfect score. It should get a 10 out of 10. If you're okay with that engineering, you're completely fine with the very involved transformation. It was a lot of fun for you. Please, I'd like to know what you guys think. Did you all enjoy transforming this figure? Am I the only one who had a difficult time, who really struggled with the transformation? Let me know in the comments if you had a great time with this figure. Because of those comments, I think 9 out of 10 is fair. You know what? Just to be fair with the design engineering, we should give this a 9.5 out of 10. But I can't give it a 10 out of 10. But that's not to say I'm not going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep and try and acquire all the mini-bots that Hasbro and Takara Tomy are going to release. Just all of them, not including the repaints. Look at them as a group. If I still like them 100%, I'll keep them. If I don't, I'll probably start purging that whole lot of mini-bots. But as for now, this one's a keeper, definitely. I cannot wait to get the other mini-bots in retro carded fashion. Please, Hasbro, don't keep us waiting for a long time, because I know you guys are already planning on doing it. 1000% sure. I know they're going to put all the mini-bots in retro carded fashion, or retro carded format. Anyway, those are my thoughts. I'd like to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, welcome to the channel, and please subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Bumblebee, what do you think of water skiing so far? No!
Milana, thank you for saving my life.
Seaspray here at your service.
Is something wrong? Your face is turning red.
She kissed me. Grab hold of me! We're going for a swim!
The Transformer will return after the messages. We now turn to the Transformers.
You like?
Let's transform and move out!
But that doesn't mean I don't love you. We don't have to be the same outside to share the same feeling inside.
The Transformers return after these messages.